Welcome back to another episode of Inside Saginaw Podcast. I am Pedro Zambrano, Director of Economic and Community Engagement.
I'm Alina Davis. I'm the Communications Specialist, and today we have some very special guests. So
It's
we're
a
going to let
very
them
special
introduce
episode.
themselves.
My name is Felipe Rodriguez. I am the Facilities Manager for the City of Saginaw.
I'm CJ Ross. I'm the Water Department Crew Leader.
My name's Aaron Morgan. I am the Streets Maintenance Worker.
My name is Ryan McElye. I am Senior Maintenance Worker for Streets.
I'm confused. Your name is Aaron?
Yeah.
Sorry, no, this is staying in the episode. I thought your name was Brad.
Well, so all the men on my family go by their middle name.
His
So-
name's actually Bubba.
No,
That's
it's
his
not.
nickname.
That's the nickname.
So you
But-
gave us your government name.
Yeah, that's my
Thank you.
government name.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to call you Aaron every time I see you now. I'm gonna freak out. But yeah, it's a very special episode because you guys are our 2026 hometown heroes, the Public Works Department. So every year the Chamber of Commerce has the city, all the cities participating in the chamber pick out their hometown heroes, and the city of Saginaw picked the Saginaw Public Works Department because you guys do amazing work for the residents in the city. A lot of people don't think about when they turn on their water where it comes from until it's gone, as y'all know. But yeah, Felipe, what is building maintenance? Can you talk about that?
Building maintenance, just anything that a facility needs as far as like AC stuff, electrical problems, plumbing issues, or just help in general. So anytime anybody from the city needs help from me, I'm usually there to help.
And then going into your job.
Yeah, CJ, what about your job?
So basically, I'm in charge of like any sort of water repair, main service lines. If it's on the city side, then we're responsible for repairing it. So I facilitate getting that fixed up properly. Along with, I'm in charge of our valve and hydrant program. So going through the city, making sure we know where all the valves are. All of our fire hydrants are operational. We give them a nice, pretty paint job so they don't look as horrible because the sun bakes them. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So what do you mean by city side? Explain that.
So, pretty much, you have your house, and then you have your water line coming down to your meter. So everything past that second threaded knuckle, we call it a knuckle, running towards your house is actually what we call the private side. So that's what the homeowner is responsible for. Everything beyond the meter to the main and including the main is what the city's responsible for.
So if I have a leak in my house, like my toilet, I can't call you?
I mean, you can call me. I'm just going to tell you that it's on your side, and I'm limited to what I can do.
Well, Aaron
Yeah.
/ Brad,
Yeah. Government name.
government names.
What we're responsible for?
Yeah, what do you do for the city?
Well, we kind of do a multitude of things in the street department. Our main job is mostly asphalt, street repair, things like that. But we also get called on to do other tasks as well. Like we mow a lot. We mow city right of ways. We mow parks. We help out other departments as needed. If we're slow or something, I may go help Felipe out if he needs some help at a police station or doing stuff like that.
Last but not least, Ryan.
We are responsible for, like you said, a multitude of things: asphalt, concrete, tree trimming, mowing, pretty much anything that nobody else wants to do. So all over the city, like every tree that you see on a right-of-way, we're trimming that. And we try to do the best we can on asphalt and concrete. And, yeah, we're doing a multitude of things.
So for all of these jobs, how did y'all get into it? How did you end up where you are at now? We'll start with Felipe.
Well, so I used to be in the Marine Corps, and then so I did that right out of high school, and then after I got out, I just worked doing cable work, DirecTV installations in the private section, and then I started going back to school to get my electrical engineering license or degree. So I got my associates. I'm still working on my bachelor's, but in between, I was looking for a job, and I live in Saginaw, so I was like, what better place to work than my hometown? So I just applied, and luckily there was actually a water department opening that I went to go interview for, but unfortunately they gave it to somebody else, and they offered me a streets department opening. So I took it, and then from there, within a year, the building maintenance was open, and thanks to my skills that I've acquired over the years, I was able to show my worth and fix little things here and there to where my bosses saw that, it's something that I could do. So I applied for the job. I've been here, so, and I feel like I've been told I've been doing a good job. So I try to do my best.
So before this, I was doing pest control for a company that was having me go all over DFW. I ended up in the water department because somebody told me that there was an opening. I applied. I actually interviewed with someone who was on the podcast recently to talk about water conservation. Shout out Jared. So he interviewed me. I got brought on as just kind of like at the bottom, a technician. Worked under Jared for a while. We had another superintendent, and now I'm under our current superintendent, who actually promoted me. Through all that, getting the crew leader position, there was some stipulations. I had to achieve certain milestones in my career, such as getting a Collection 3 wastewater license and obtaining a CDL. I had a time frame on that. If I didn't meet those milestones, then there would have been talks of, not keeping the promotion. So I was able to get that done within about 8 months. So here we are now.
Oh, that's very. Congratulations on the CDL and all the testing you've done and
Yes.
on the promotion.
We're moving over to you two. I hear it's a similar story.
I'll start out. I was a manager at a car wash for like 6 months, and then I got a job at a sign company installing signs. And one of my buddies, actually the crew leader of Streets Now, also worked there with us, and he got a job over here. And about 3-4 months later, we got a job. So shout out to James England. Thank you for the good word. After that, I worked here 3 years, and then I was promoted to senior maintenance. So got my CDL, got the most important license, my flaggers cert. So I'm able to do that.
I want to know what a flagger cert is.
Yeah.
You know, like where you hold the flag up and you're like, stop.
Direct traffic.
Oh,
you
that
have
is
to have
awesome.
a certification for that. I did not know
I
that.
didn't know you did a
It is
certification
no
for that.
joke out there, guys. Okay. No joke.
Safety first.
We love to hear it.
No, yeah, safety is first.
Yeah.
So Brad, what about your background coming to the city?
So out of high school, I worked at at Walmart in the tire center, changing tires, batteries, oil changes, stuff like that. Then worked there for about 2 years, and then I went to the sign shop because Ryan said they had an opening, so I went over there. I worked there for about 6 months or so. We actually got to travel out of the state quite frequently, so that was an experience. And then came here. I spent about a year in the drainage department. Then I moved to the street department. Then I moved to the water department. I spent about a year and a half, maybe 2 years in the water department. Then now I moved back to the street department.
What does a day today look like? Like you come in and what does your day look like?
So usually, like on a Monday, I will come in to see if I have any emails over the weekend, or I'll check with my boss, and I'll see, which is the superintendent of the public works department. I'll see if he has any emails that came to him over the weekend from the building. So sometimes there's a leak over the building or something broke over the weekend. So I'll usually take care of that, or I'll see where the priority is. And I usually have an ongoing list of things, of like requests or things that I see. So if I don't have anything pressing at the moment, then I'll just start working on my list. And that list just continues to grow every day. So I just knock out as much as I can throughout the day. Usually we take a lunch at 12 to 12:30, and then go back and then see if there's anything that came in during lunch. Check with my boss again, and then carry on my day to the end of the day, and then do my work orders. the last hour of the day, and then that's it. End my day.
CJ?
So my week actually starts on Thursday. We try to be proactive with creating a schedule for the next week. So that could depend if things pop up left and right. We try to throw together a schedule to tell our boss, we're gonna try to knock out this service line leak. Maybe we want to change out, these curb stops, which is how, we have to be able to turn the water off to the residents. So that's called a curb stop, what we turn off. Sometimes those go bad, so we have a list of things we need to change out, and then we just kind of pepper in, checking valves, painting hydrants, stuff like that throughout. A lot of the times, things get changed. So you want to do X, Y, Z, but then you ended up doing A, B, C, I guess. So I guess a typical day just looks like me running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Every day. And y'all
Controlled chaos.
Yeah,
Controlled chaos.
and y'all respond to emergency calls, right?
Yeah, there's
so that
Kinda
can
like
happen
main
at any
breaks.
A
point.
lot of contractors throughout the city, so occasionally, if we get bogged down with like locating lines, so they have a general idea of where the lines are, so they don't hit them. Occasionally, we'll have to go and do that, stuff like that. So, or checking on the contractor if they have a question, they can call us. We sit down with them beforehand and kind of tell them the rules and like, please don't hit anything. But things happen.
Things do happen.
And residents can report emergencies as well, and y'all
Yeah.
will respond to them.
Of course.
And they call the non-emergency line.
The
Fill out-
non-emergency line, and that actually extends to over the weekend, even after hours. If it's after 5:30, you can call the non-emergency line, and we have a technician that can come out and respond to certain things. If you have a sewer backup, we can come out and try to assist you. We may not be able to get out there and camera it right then, but at least we can document what happened, and then we can come out once we are available to camera it and actually give you an update. So Brad, what does a day-to-day look like for you?
Well, so typically, we mow, we do asphalt, we do street signs, and this can all change every single day. One day we can be mowing all day. The other day we can be doing a 8-ton street patch repair.
Nice.
It's very, I want to say spontaneous about what we do because we don't know. Typically, we don't know what we're doing the next day. So yeah, it's very spontaneous.
So I seen you guys on the street before with like putting like streaks of black stuff on cracks. What's that?
That is crack sealant. So what that does is you put it on the road and hopefully it will stop potholes from forming.
Crossing fingers.
Yeah. Cross fingers.
And we can only do it at very certain times of the year.
Has to be like 70 degrees.
Yeah, it has.
And sunny.
So
Can't.
practically like 3 days out of the year
Yeah, pretty much.
in Texas.
Yep.
So one of your guys, Angel, we were doing a video, a day in the life with him, and the temperature started off like 40 degrees, and by the time we finished the video, it was like 20. So you guys are out there. I mean, all you guys are out there in the elements.
Yeah, I remember one time we were working on a sewer, and the call came in, like he was saying, like it was like a 4 o'clock on a Friday type of thing. I actually had gotten to go home because some other guys were handling it, but I got called back out because somebody had to leave. Well, it was like 9 o'clock. We didn't end up finishing the job until like 2. But this is like right around wintertime. So when we started the job, like you said, it was like 40 degrees. It started to sleet and like kind of like icy rain. When we were finished, I was able to stand my jacket up, and it stood up by itself because it was frozen.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Just goes to
It was a
show
fun one.
the conditions y'all have to work in sometimes. Kind of going off of that, does anybody in here have an interesting, crazy story to share over the years of working on the job? Can be anything.
None that are appropriate.
Well, I mean, I guess everybody sort of knows what happened on Main Street not too long ago.
Nice.
This isn't like a crazy story. I guess it's more of like to show how we operate. You know, there was no phone call to these guys to say, "Hey, come help." You know, they just showed up, fell in line, and did what they could. You know, we in the water department hold licenses through the state, so like there are certain rules and stuff we have to follow. But for them to show up and just fall right in line, like we need cones, we need this blocked off, that took such a load off of our plate, so we could focus on what was going on. You know, so just to kind of show how we
Look at
operate.
you showing up. That's
They
awesome.
that was really cool of you guys to just. And Brad actually came back. You know, it was a 2-day ordeal. Brian stayed
Till 3 a.m.
till 3 a.m. Brad showed back up around 9 to help out Juan and Moy. They were there
Till 3 a.m.
next day to help us out. So that was really cool of them.
A funny story that I remember when I was in the streets department was whenever the crew leader I was riding with got a phone call from our director saying that we have to go catch a potbelly pig, which I thought was weird, and I thought I misheard that, but it was true. We had to go help the animal department that was there to catch a potbelly pig. It was somebody's pet that had gotten too big and too aggressive, so we helped them wrangle it onto a cage on top of our trailer, and then we had to drive it back. But we all took photos with it and everything too. It was cool, but that was probably the most odd and funny story
is
that I
very odd.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys are
you're-
just like a jack of all trades.
Yeah,
pretty
More I
much.
hear from you all.
whatever the city needs from us, we're there.
That's why they're our hometown heroes.
yeah. Ryan?
There was a certain time where we were doing concrete sidewalk repair, and this is back like when I first got hired on. So you know, city employees had flip phones. That was their work phones, and one of the concrete guys, I guess maybe had fallen out of his pocket and somehow got mixed in, and we'll just say that the sidewalk was ringing. So
Is he
Forever.
still there?
it is still there. I'm
Oh,
not gonna say
it's
where
like
it
a
is. So if you want a
historic-
flip phone,
Yeah, it's like a historic.
start
Someone's
tearing
gonna
up
dig it up.
sidewalks, and you may be able to find one.
We need to put a sign there.
Yeah, someone's gonna dig it up one
No.
day, and like in 30 years, and be like, "What is this?"
No.
Legend says it still holds a charge.
Hey, if it's that really old classic phone, yeah. Nokia, yeah. So anytime I leave the yard that you guys have, there's always a sign that says, I didn't know what it was, but it says B212 and it had a little degree sign on it, and I did not know what it was. So what is that? And I'm gonna ask the person who has it.
So yes, I am a 212 recipient.
But what is 212?
So basically, water is hot at 211 degrees, but at 212 degrees, it boils. And with boiling water comes steam, and with steam, you can power a locomotive. So the thought behind it is that extra degree that pushes you over the boiling point is what's going to get you to the finish line. So I received the accommodation, the award, the recognition for going the extra mile and just doing things that weren't necessarily under my job description. It's just recognition for people that go above and beyond. Just kind of gives them a little shout out. It gives them an opportunity, gives our higher ups an opportunity to shout us out to city council and say, hey, these are the guys that are working. This is what they're accomplishing. Here they are, a pat on the back. It's a kudos is what it is. And it's just a reminder to go above and beyond. You see some trash on the side of the road, pick it up.
Christopher Ross, crew leader of the water department. What are your goals for the future?
So for the near future, I've already kind of got it planned out. I want to upgrade my water license, just up one more tier. And then, like maybe 5 years down the line, hopefully superintendent would be one goal that I would have. As far as everything else goes, we're right on track.
Goals that I have. I definitely want to keep learning. I did talk to our
English?
assistant director about going to HVAC school, so that's a goal that I hopefully can do in the near future. Go learn more about HVAC stuff so that I can personally work on stuff. Because I can work on them, but there comes to a point where I can't because you have to have a license legally. So I have to call somebody out. So it'll save the city money in the long run. So that'd be another one. Another one of my goals: finish my engineering degree. I have like 6 classes left, which are the hardest, but I'll get to it as soon as possible. And yeah, so just keep growing in this position. Hopefully, add another person that I can mentor and show the way, and then eventually retire. I do see this being my retirement job, so I'll keep growing as much as I can. Learn. Who knows what the city's gonna have for me in the future.
I guess my short-term goal would, to get my CDL in the near future, then come senior maintenance, and that's short-term anyway. Hopefully one day become some kind of supervisor here, but that's my goal for right now.
Unfortunately, my goal was to be the next quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams, but I've kind of lost my shape, and I'm probably not going to be able to do that anymore. So I guess my short-term goal would just be to keep learning, may possibly get promoted, and also want to open my own company someday. So
Last question for y'all. We always ask this to every guest. Do you have any insider information? If there's one thing you could share with the community right now, it could be safety tip, general, anything. What would it be? We'll start with Felipe.
Don't say main break 3 times in a row. Don't drink and drive.
It's a good one.
Buddy's a cop.
I guess if I could say anything, it would be patience is a virtue. Just we'll get there. We'll get it done. It may not be right this second, but once you've brought it up, we know about it, and it's on our list to get done.
Sensei.
Say wear sunscreen. I got pretty sunburnt the other day. It's no joke out there. Wear sunscreen.
That was a good tip, though.
That was a good
It was
tip.
very valid.
Don't
for
stare
anyone.
directly into the sun.
My tip is to spam the comments for a second episode with all 4 of us. That is my tip.
Yeah.
So do that.
If you think we're good, you should see who we left back at the shop.
Yeah, really. Quite a few characters.
I think the next one, I'm not going to be there, and Alina isn't going to be there. We're just going to give y'all a microphone
I'm just going to let
and
you
see what
talk.
happens.
I think people would watch that.
Anything goes.
We should let y'all
Oh,
host
I won't
an
say
episode.
anything goes, but y'all should definitely come back and host an episode
Kevin
for
can
us.
edit it.
We got you.
I will host whenever you want, however you want, wearing whatever you want. Taco
Take it
shoot.
easy.
If you want me to put on one of them nerdy polos, I'll do it.
Nerdy
If you want me to
professional
color my
polos.
hair
Whoa.
kind of goofy like that to the side, I'll do it.
Professional. Awesome looking. Well, hey, I really appreciate the Public Works Department coming out. Ryan, Brad, CJ, Felipe. Alina, you want to take us out?
Sure. Well, that was another wonderful episode of the Inside Saginaw podcast with some very special guests. Biggest episode ever, probably the longest episode ever. We also have a newsletter that's called the Inside Saginaw newsletter. So if you want to sign up for that, we'll put information right here. And yeah, we'll see you on the next episode. Cue the train horn.
Oh, cue the train horn.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.